Okay, so in that last video I said that we were going to use this Corvette Z06 as a pace car for the event here at Willow Springs on Streets of Willow, and that is indeed the case, but I filmed that video and then checked my email, and I have an email here from GM saying, I hope you're doing well. We're so excited that you're going to be at Streets of Willow with the Corvette. We track prepped the car for you with fresh fluids and a track alignment and all sorts of other stuff, and here's our recommended tire pressures. So we're going to track it. So here's what we're doing while we're here with this car. Trackcross is basically autocross format, so we're going to do a starting line and a finish line. We're never doing a full lap. It's basically autocross format, but using the entirety of the racetrack otherwise. So we will move the start and finish points throughout the weekend here, and we will basically run 4 separate courses, and then we'll take best times from each of the 4, and that is how we're going to determine our finishing order within our different classes. So let's hop in. I've tracked this car before when they did the launch. They did it at Pit Race outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but this is my first time here at Streets of Willow. It is about 1.6 miles if you do the full circuit, which of course we're not doing, but it's beautiful. It's got a ton of elevation change. We've done a few little recon laps already, and this is going to be a really fun weekend, so let's go. All right, so a couple of things. First of all, we've got Colin over here who has been on a track once so far, and that was with me the last lap I just ran, so we're going to do this all again. What'd you think for first time out?
It's pretty great.
Yeah, picked a terrible car to do this in. So a couple things about how we've got this set up. I put this in the Z mode, so I've got that turned on here, which is basically track mode plus performance traction management. So you get that on the screen here. You can see any of that. Some angles, there we go. So it lets you pick your steering, your suspension, your kind of engine performance or transmission performance, whatever, and then how loud it is, the braking performance, and then this is your PTM, so you can put this in different modes here. So we'll go between dry, wet, sport, race 1, and race 2. Now I've had it in sport and then race 1. It's faster in race 1 for sure. Try and figure out between that and race 2. It just kind of changes your general slip angle for how much it'll let you have some slip. And then of course you can see here I do have launch control turned on because we're doing this autocross style, leaving a start. So you leave it in drive or put it in manual mode, use the paddles. I like the paddles more than letting the transmission do its own thing, just so that I've got a little more control. Other nice thing, it's really cute. It's telling me that the tires are warm. It's a billion degrees out. It's over 100 out. But trying to keep them where GM says is optimal for tire pressures, which is between 32 and 35 hot. So let's go do a run. And away we go with launch control, doing its launch control thing right off the bat and into a left turn, followed by a fairly quick right. Now there's some pretty decent surface changes here at Streets of Willow. Not all of them are the most pleasant, but the Z06 just kind of soaks them up and makes them a non-event. The whole point of this car, to me at least, is that it's very, very, very capable, but it's really not that intimidating once you get a little bit of seat time. This right here is really a long straight that you can just keep going, keep your foot in it and go all the way through third, into fourth, to about 120 into the braking zone here for this bowl, and back down to third, and this rewards you for taking the right line and being very deliberate in your power application. Just a nice roll back onto the pedal. Here, the tires, the chassis, everything just feels so good when you get it right. It's so happy to do it. The whole car just wants to rotate around your hips. That's the whole point of the whole mid-engine, rear-wheel drive sort of setup. The Z06 is just so easy, so compliant, and wants to just go where you ask it. You can steer the front with the steering wheel and the rear with your right foot. Now this didn't really get out of sorts, but if you do, the wheelbase is long enough to just make it easy to control. And like I said, I'm never really scared of the car here. And as we keep going, make our way toward the finish, I took passengers every single run, and all of you had really similar just moments of elation as we came across the finish line. So take a listen.
That's all right, huh? I don't have any words. You, sir. How long have you been driving?
A while.
I don't have the confidence to slam on the brakes that hard.
This thing's got an $8,500 carbon ceramic kit on it. I'm not worried.
Oh my god. That was awesome.
it's me again, and here we are doing launch control up a hill because we're running the course in reverse compared to what we did earlier in the day. And what that means, first of all, is that launch control is going to modify the RPMs when you launch the car so that it smoke the clutch as it knows you're on a hill, and it also deals with heat from the transmission of the engine really, really well, so that was a nice little thing to see. The other thing that you're going to notice is the course is slower on the front end where we are now, and then the speeds pick up as we progress. So this is all kind of a second and third gear sort of thing, and again, the car just wants to rotate. It's just nice and easy, kind of whatever speed. You can feel it just pivoting around your hips, like I said earlier, and we'll get up toward that bowl, and everything is just nice and copacetic and easy, but you'll see it gets a little more out of sorts as we pick up speed because A, my confidence is not there going this direction, and B, we're using the access road when we go onto the skid pad. So here through the bowl, all is well. Roll onto that throttle, the car feels just phenomenal. Now, as we come through here at higher speed, this is where my brain just was kind of shutting down, and I kind of forgot where the course went. So you see the car unloads itself a bit there. It gets squirrely again there, and it's just easy to control. Again, I'm not scared by the whole thing. It's just happy to do whatever I'm asking. As we dive off on the access road, again, surface transitions, and again, a little out of sorts, but throw a little counter steer in, and off it goes. Just no big deal. So, phenomenal car, easy to drive fast, and just A+ effort from Chevy here.
That actually felt really good.